But yeah, man, like I was saying, just to bring you back up to speed, cause my camera had no cut off on me. But like I say, I explained to y'all how I cut off a friend due to snitching, but I at least gave him a chance. You know what I'm saying? After he got out, I'm coming through. He not acting right. He asked me about it. I shot him some bullshit. Later, I was like, hey, man, I'm finna go to Atlanta. You want to ride with me? And I had a talk with him about the situation. The whole time we on the road, he acting funny. He blew up on me several times. And the last time, I got in this shit over it. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, then from that point, he did try to smear my name in the streets, telling people, oh, don't go to Atlanta with me. I get Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? So that was that. And I told y'all how I've been lied on when I went through my harassment situation at the workplace. I went through a very harassing lawsuit to where I was being harassed in the building and harassed outside of the building with the help of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. They was behind these people that just coming by my house threatening me. Yeah, bitch, we gonna shoot your motherfucking ass. Yeah, we gonna rob your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, once again, I'm gonna explain that whole story one day once I get the followers up, you know, because I'm not finna waste a good and very important story that people need to know. And I wish I could one day make a movie about that or write a book, you know, so y'all, if you ever been harassed by a job, you know what I'm saying, in the work and outside the work, how to pick up on these things early. And like I say, once again, after the people they were sending, at least in the workplace, the people they sending towards me every day, after they saying I'm not gonna bite into what they throwing at me, they just paid a few or even promoted a few lowlives who were supposed to be my friends to make fake statements on me. Like I say, man, them people made me out to be a pervert and everything. You know what I'm saying? When it's just you and these people, this they building, they got the cameras. You know what I'm saying? And they withholding all that, but they got a gang of people saying the same shit about you, and you the only person, and they paying everybody to not be on your side or speak on your behalf. That's gonna stick. Out of me making 1,000 reports throughout the year versus they 10 in one day. You know, like I say, the point where I stopped at is where my so-called partner snitched on me. Like I say, once we got pulled over riding in a stolen car, he know he's going to jail, but he know all us got coke on us. And if not nobody, he damn sure know I got coke on me. You know what I'm saying? So as the police sitting in the car, he said, yeah, I wish I had some coke in my shoe so I can go to jail. So I like bumped him like this, like, man, what's wrong with you? You know, trying to be on the low with it. So anyway, police up front, in the front seat, he ain't trip, he ain't pick. You know what I'm saying? So as the police went to getting out the car moments later, he said it again. In Jacksonville, Florida, them people ain't going in your shoe until they take you downtown. You know what I'm saying? They'll do just a regular search. But of course, they're going to do a thorough search before they take you in there, make sure you ain't taking certain things in there. And they already now patted us down. Man, they came back after him saying that, them people got down, they went in my shoe and found my coat. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, I was so pissed off, bro. I didn't have nothing to say the next morning. I couldn't believe what he did. And for a good little while, I didn't tell everybody why we went to jail that night, because it was me and him in the car. The guy who I told you was my best friend, who I cut off for snitching, him and the other dude was in the other police car. The same guy who he was in the car with the same guy that pulled up on the guy who pulled up with the guy who snitched on us. Said, hey man, don't I know you from somewhere? I know you from the county. I said, nah, not, which I knew him from the south side, but I like, nah, man, I ain't never been to the county. Man, we went to the county that night. Due to my so-called partner snitching on us, that man sent me to jail that night, man. And like I say, hell, man, I ended up beating the charges because at this point, I was probably like 26 years old and I hadn't been arrested since my juvenile days. So I still got a clean record because I had 2 situations as a juvenile, but my cases were sealed. Man, I went in there, and like I said, with me, snitching on me, lying on me, I don't respect. Telling on me is one thing, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't got to tell on me. I admit to what I do. You know what I'm saying? When I went in there, you know, they asked me how I plead. I pled guilty. I mean, they found the coke on me. Man, I went in there not playing with them people. Man, them people ended up dropping it. And so to this day, I still got a clean record. But the point I'm making is that I felt like even when T.I was going through his stuff, I mean, when Alpha Omega situation came up, T.I shouldn't have just cut Alpha Omega like that. The same way I didn't cut my friend off just because he snitched on another friend, you know, but I just did my observation with like, you know, he probably would have done the same to me if it presented itself right. If the time presented itself. You know, and the only reason that kept me out of trouble as I started to get older, I started to realize, man, I'm 6'9", bro. I can be pointed out of a lineup. I'm very recognizable. You know what I'm saying? And so like I say, I feel like Boosie shouldn't have just cut T.I off like that. You know what I'm saying? And once I say I don't respect snitching, lying, or none of that, but I'm just speaking on with an open mind. I mean, get the money, bro. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna say what you standing on, but you say at one time when Vlad asked him if his son ever snitched on somebody, would he disown him? He'll like, nah, but he'll just make him cut his booster face. If you gonna stand on it all the way when it's your children. And like I say, the point I'm making, I felt like Vlad, because he asked guest after guest over and over some of the same questions. He could have asked anybody but Boosie that. Boosie spoke on this before, so you know what his take is. I felt like he should have had a more responsibility than to ask him somebody who he know he's rocking with. Now, it's a different if you got an ongoing situation like Fulio and Young and Ace things already not occurred and you just asking them about it. But ain't nothing occurred. Now you got some kind of back and forth between them now with that. Vlad, I'm not going to so much put it on Vlad because at the end of the day, Boosie could have been like, hey, I don't want to speak on that. Just like there's been time Vlad and I asked him about people in BR and he was like, hey man, I don't speak on BR business. He could have just been like, you know, I don't want to speak on that. You know what I'm saying? I address him like that. Even like with Crunchy Black. Vlad and I asked Crunchy Black on, Crunchy was like, hey man, I live in Chicago. I'm not speaking on nobody in Chicago. I got to live out there. And what's so sad, you know the first thing Vlad said after that conversation, you know you're going to get a call from T.I. So he recognized T.I. is finna respond to this. And hopefully it's nothing pop off between them guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I don't respect snitching, ratting. You know what I'm saying? Telling is one thing. If somebody actually did it and you ain't have nothing to do with that, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, at the end of the day, I think with an open mind. I don't respect nobody who's out here doing crime. They get knocked off and they want to take everybody down with them. People who's out here in these streets get knocked off now. They want to tell on this person who ain't got nothing to do with what they got going on. I don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? T.I. situation is just a simple gun case. Gangster situation was where people lost their lives behind it, where these people, once they closed them cases, they got to inform that family who done what to their family, which can cause a reaction. Anyway, man, that's just my take on it, man. Blow Talk TV, Pissy, Pianci, Lamumba, stay rocking with the channel, stay rocking with the movement. Stankin' bitches, fuck with me.